So how would you define leadership? When you're kind of thinking about your experiences, your own leadership, what you've seen, what you know, everything, how would you define it for yourself?
Well, I think the first, I'm going to bypass listening. A lot of people say it's listening. it's following, right? And if we just kind of unearth that for a moment, what's behind listening is observation. And when you are deeply listening to somebody, you are observing first, you know, kind of like exterior, like gestures and non-verbal communication. And then you're also observing a story, like usually people are telling a story. And you have to activate an imagination, right? Like you have to kind of work with your mind to see what they're talking about and formulate these ideas or images and pictures in your mind as you're doing so. So that's like the work of observation. And I think when you can observe deeply, you can then really be more responsive with how you're leading space, how you're leading a company, how you're leading in general, because you are deeply observant. You are able to tap into, I would say, more knowledge sets if you're observing quite deeply as an artist would. And therefore, that's giving you more insight, allowing you to be a little bit more still before you make a decision, before you activate an idea. And that's going to have more clarity. And I also think that's connected to creativity. And I think creativity is something that is at the pulse of every human. We're constantly being creative in this world. And I think that people aren't talking about it in terms of a dynamic tool that is a guiding force in our lives. And I think observation connected to creativity is a pretty dynamic combination to have as a leader. That's where we get big ideas, right? Like you get a big idea, you need that observation. Right. How am I going to get to that big idea? Observation requires, again, a lot of reflection. So these are like, start to become like habits of mind. And they're parts of ways of being that I see a lot of artists holding. So I am in love with the artist. I don't know if that's been clear yet, but I have a little fascination with the artist because I think that they're profound thinkers and critical investigators of the world. They are using creative inquiry in a way that is deeply profound and changing how we think and consume of the world. So I feel like those are powerful ways that a leader can activate like transformative leadership, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And see, for me, you know, what I hear is like they grounded in context, and the contextual realities of ourselves, of others. All you have to have that awareness to lead with it, you know, to make decisions upon, to create within. And, you know, I think that resonates quite a bit for me.